What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. All right, so I've I've got to grind some more transmutation, and I've got another build to do. I'm going to be moving. I don't know if I'll get it in time, but I want to thank once again. I'm thanking my trolls because I don't think they realize. So I think there's like one or two, maybe even a few trolls. I know there's one who has multiple accounts. He's been my favorite stalker for years, so he might remember a bunch of passwords. Who knows? I'm trying to give you guys. Okay, you guys don't like me. That's fine. I really don't care if you do or you don't. It doesn't. It really does not bother me. I promise you. But let me give you guys a heads up here. You guys aren't helping yourselves by disliking my videos. You're actually not. The reason being, and I posted this in my community board, whether you like or dislike it, when you like or dislike any video, it adds impression. It doesn't, the algorithm does not care if it's a like or a dislike. It doesn't care. It doesn't. All you're doing is actually, putting it up in the search bar more frequently. That's all you're doing. Literally. I can promise you that. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for disliking my stuff. Please come again. That's why I keep trying. You guys are dumb. You guys are. First off, you couldn't count. And now you really are that dumb. You are. Like, I never dislike a video. Even if I don't like it. Why? Because I know it adds to the search. It's like, I might not like a video, but I'm not going to hit dislike on it, because then it just populates more. I'm like, people want to watch things that irritate people too. And I'm like, we don't have very intelligent people in ESO. It's kind of sad that there's a bunch of dips out there, and they really are that dip. I'll prove my point. I'll prove it. Okay, I've been partnered for years. I took a 2-year sabbatical, whatever. But let's get into this before I do a dungeon. So I'm going to go ahead, add a display capture. Okay. All right. Yo, what's Oren? Yo, what's up, dude? Dude, are you down to talk, man? I'll definitely get on the thing. If you want to join my channel, you can talk about some stuff. So, okay, so I'm going to go to YouTube. Now, I'm going to type in Stam Sork PvP ESO. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff I always take a look at. Now, look. This is Christoph 5 months ago. Godzilla 6 months. Look. I'm number 3 on the search already. I'm already number 3 on the search. Because the algorithm goes by how many views you're getting at a time and impressions. You guys are fueling the search. If you hate me so much, why are you helping me? Oh boy. You guys definitely aren't that bright. You guys really aren't. You guys, oh boy. What can I say, yo? Of course they are. They're trolls. Burning season comes up at 10 for one special. Yeah. Well, I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, they can't be that stupid. They really can't be, and they are. And once again, this is why I had to become a content creator in this game, because literally, like, a lot of the content, I'm on a friggin', get off me. I'm on a tank and dip. God. Is it one of the endeavors, I take it? Let's see. I don't even know. Oh, it's a duel. You gotta do a duel. Come here. I'll help you. Come here. Hey, wait. Come here. Come here.
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
Here. I'll duel you. Wasn't it you that wanted the duel? Who wasn't wanted the fucking duel, man? Okay, whatever. I ain't got time for some shit. I'm trying to help people. It doesn't matter. I haven't even been doing them. Anywho. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I'm like, they're actually helping me and they don't realize it. That's fucking whacked. I'm like, okay. And that's why I keep trying to say, thank you. Thank you. Come again. Thank you. You guys are helping me. Okay. Okay. That was interesting. No comment. Moving on. I won with a block and a charge. Interesting. And by the way, I love the fucking PvEers who were talking shit about me, being like, "Oh, nobody plays objective. Only players who can't kill players play objectively." And we all know who they were kind of hinting at. And I'm like, you guys really don't understand. I am the real deal. I will fucking annihilate motherfuckers the hell and back. I used to do duel tournaments. Like when I first started PvPing, I did duel tournaments. And it was like mixed, depending on classes and builds. And that's how I, really got into, like, sizing up like the classes in PvP. Was dueling tournaments. It wasn't always a win or a loss. I won some, I lost some, whatever. But I got into them because I wanted to feel like it's one thing to play a class, but it's another thing to be against it. And in Cyrodiil, you never really got that element. And because I like to siege. I know, it's crazy, right? Large scale PvP in a siege campaign. I mean, that just seems so out of place, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But that's what I did. And then once again, I was a trial player in the beginning, way back. I was a healer for trials, and that's how I know every class can heal. I've done it. Why? And then I stream. What the fuck, y'all? And you guys can't count. And I try to tell people, I'm like, look, the 10-to-1 conversion ratio, me. The pen configuration, me. The scaling configuration to sets prior to nerf, me. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, yo? It's taking time. I know you are. I love to siege. I love it. I love to siege. Love it, love it, love it. I love it. I'm actually going to get on Discord here just in case Oren wants to stop in. I know he knows I'm streaming, and so I'm going to jump on that real quick too. Hold on. Nope, don't switch. So I'm going to pop in here, Oren. If you want to join me for a talk, that's up to you. But, yeah, nah. It's been crazy, man.
Hey, man.
Yo, what's up, Oren? Dude, I'm starting to think this good thing that infrastructure's changing, because I think the lead pipes have infected the brain cells of our youth.
Hold on a second, dude. I gotta stop your stream. There, that's better. Now I'm not getting, a
Yeah.
10-second reverb.
Seriously, man. I'm like, boy, these guys are really that dense, man. They are that dense. Like, I think they think the more they dislike one of my videos, the less popular it becomes.
Haters gonna hate, man.
But they don't understand that helps the algorithm. I'm like, that's kind of back-ass words, you know? You guys want me to fail, and you're helping me? By disliking it. You know? But dude, I remember when you were playing this, we used to siege all the time, dude.
Yeah, Siege was really where it was at, though, man.
Yeah. Well, I can't even get in here. I'm blocked out. I'm out. There we go. Anyways, yeah, man. I mean, who was going to siege in the siege game? That makes no sense, right? I mean, that's toxic, isn't it? You know?
Give them a pendant.
Yes?
No, it's just because they're always like, who sieges? Nobody sieges. And I'm like, I'm missing the boss. Oh, no, I'm not.
Man, sieging is what brought me into ESO. And, dude, you know how I feel about PvP.
Yeah. I mean, you're old school PvPer too. And the thing about it is, I mean, I had friends who tried to come into ESO to PvP. Of course, when they realize the lag and people's not playing PvP objectively or the way they're supposed to, and everybody's just trying to like kill, and oh my god, I gotta get the 1vx, and I loved it because I got players trolling me on every element, and I'm like, I do multiple forms of PvP. I don't, whatever, except Imperial City, man. That shit is just like fucking gank hole and a half.
Well, it always was.
Yeah. I wish they would do it a little different to promote, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when we first played, the bosses down there, you couldn't even solo. Remember? We used to have to get groups to go do those things.
Yep.
But yeah, so I was just like, man, I figured I'd do a video to help the trolls out, just stream and do a little video to say, I appreciate the support, but you guys are really supporting me. And I don't think they really want to do that. I don't think that's their intention.
So what you're saying is you're actually encouraging them to
not
support you?
Right. Because they don't want to. It's like, I mean, if they want to be that dumb, I mean, it's whatever. But, I mean, I feel bad that they're that stupid. I mean, you can't make the shit up. I mean, I really wish they weren't that stupid, but they really are that stupid. I'm like, oh God. And I bumped into some very ignorant people. Everybody can be ignorant. Like, there's a lot of stuff I'm ignorant on in Horn. There's a lot of things I'm not good at in this world. Like, I could never do what you do for a living. I could never do that. I mean, people can learn things, but there's people who have natural abilities in fields. You know what I'm saying? they have a natural knack for it. I believe that. I believe there's like everybody has something they really excel at. I'm a total believer of that concept. And I always consider myself very ignorant when it comes to certain things, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you get the principle, me and cars, I wouldn't know the difference between all these engines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand the principle, but there's people, man, they can tell you, the difference between this engine and that engine of this same car model and whatever, what they changed, what they did. They just know. They're really good. They're into it. And then you got these poor kids who I just feel like they're losing brain cells every generation.
And they're not challenged.
Something? Well, you know what? You would think they would be given that long form map, dude.
No. They're not challenged.
Well, somebody said
they have lives that are too easy.
Somebody said, one of my friends who's a professor said, there's people who can do schoolwork fine, but critical thinking has gone down the toilet. I'm like, no way. And they're like, oh yeah, totally.
Because that's not how we're raising these kids to be thinkers.
Yeah. Heaven forbid. I mean, Jesus, dude.
Heaven forbid you have an opinion.
Right. Or I mean, if you have to figure out something on a fly. Sometimes it's not what it's how you apply things. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when I first played this game, I'm pretty savvy at certain maths and that's why I tested and everything. But they really did restrict before we got the character sheet. A lot of information, man, and I was like, and I had to use a lot of problem solving and, critical thinking along with my math skills to kind of figure things out. Because I'm like, okay, there's something here. We got scale on spell. We got scale on magicka. So there's got to be a conversion, and I just knew that, So I took like a couple minutes, 20, 30 minutes to figure out the conversion ratio, and I'm like, okay, let's do this, let's do that, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, because nobody was doing it, nobody really cared to do it, and I was on console.
They kept the numbers to themselves for a long ass time.
Oh fuck yeah, they did. Oh fuck yeah, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Hell yeah, they did. And we have in different values in this game. I wish it would have been a little bit better. I mean, you know what I'm saying? On certain things, in my opinion. So, but I don't hate on Zoss for whatever they decide to do. And I see that New World's going to be getting an update.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned it. I think I saw something on it. So I was like, oh, nice. Nice. Because there's just so many things. I don't know what it's going to cover. I can only hope it's the armor shit. I mean, seriously, dude, that's a problem. And the running away, they need to fix speed in that game. A couple of the things that need to be addressed. But for the most part, I think it's one of the cleanest games. Server performance, I don't think you get any better from a launch perspective. I just don't think you do. I've played a lot of games at launch. Dude, one of your most favorite games was a disaster at launch. Eve was a disaster at launch. Oh my. That game was so crazy at launch. So, and then think about it. It used to be a pay to play, then a buy to play, and then it went free, and now it's booming. That game's been booming ever since it went free to play. You know?
Yeah, the shit in there gets crazy in Eve, though. You know that.
It's too much of a grind, man. I mean, I love the graphics. God, I love those graphics. Yo, saying what's up, my brother? How you doing? I was happy when we got the new Dwarven Siege. Yeah. Yep, like Craglorn when it was. Heard about it, right? Eve Online was crazy, but the graphics, I think the graphics still hold up in today's standards.
Well, they've updated their graphics a couple of times.
Yeah, but I mean, when you go to any station, it's just amazing. God, it's so breathtaking. I mean, the combat's a little weird when you play it, because it's almost kind of like you're playing a simulator type combat system. You know what I'm saying? But when you see it graphically, it's really cool. So, and you know what? Back in the day, it was kind of, towards heavy rig, but by today's standards, it's really not. You know?
Right.
No.
Remember when we used to have those decked out rigs just to play the newest game coming out? You were like, I need a new graphics card, or then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, my CPU isn't going to pull enough. And you were like spending hundreds or if not 1,000 or two just to redo a rig, man. It was just, back then it was just like, oh fuck, You really, really didn't want, but you had to be a part of it. You had to be, that was the appeal to it, I honestly can say, like, MMOing throughout the years has been really great. And I was a PC snob back in the day. But like I said, my PC was down and I got on console and ESO was on sale. And I think that was probably... I didn't know which direction this game was ever going to take me, I never knew. I was just an Elder Scrolls fan.
Just there.
Right.
Just there to enjoy it.
Yeah. I was just like, and I bumped into you and all the guys in the guild, and we were just having a blast. You know what I'm saying? We were just like, hey, what are we doing? We're going down to the districts.
Yeah, speaking of Cyrodiil runs.
Oh, yeah, we'd be like, yeah, let's go siege a bunch of shit. Hell yeah. I mean, I was remember the Nightblade Healer PvP when I was rolling that shit? Oh, those are good times, man. Those are definitely good times. I haven't been on the PlayStation in, God, about a year now. I should get on and just say hi to Duck and maybe dust off a couple of characters. But, I mean, I haven't been, like, literally there for the longest time, man. I took the biggest break just to, crunch stuff. I just went back to my roots, man. Whatever. No. I swear, man. This is so crazy, dude. I had such a blast, though. We had such good times back then. And I still remember, what was it? You had that one set, wasn't it Tava's? Didn't you have a Tava build?
I want to say I did. I was always big into using the bow. Mm-hmm. I think I was trying to maximize the disease and the poison damage.
Yeah, it was poison. Yeah, Eve's a PC game. I don't think it could ever be put on a console. There's too much data.
No, I bet it could.
You think?
By today's standards? Oh, hell yes.
Oh my, but you know what? It's not controller friendly.
There's not a lot of controls to Eve.
Yeah, but you can macro a lot. That's kind of, you'd be kind of...
Because, I mean, combat isn't all that controller intensive. It's more you're on the rails with combat in Eve.
I could never play Eve without hotbars and macro. That there's too much command prompts, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, though?
Well, because what do you have to do? You got to activate your armor repair.
Right.
Nope. Turn on your shield hardener. Turn it off. Your cap's low. Start draining him. Hit your NOS.
Yeah. Yeah. You might have a point there. Now you think about it. But maybe movement would actually be easier with a controller now that I think about it too. Because I did use a joystick. You want the flight control joysticks?
Yep.
I tried the keyboard. It made pitching in that game god awful. I liked it, but it's just so grindy, man. It's not as bad as a Korean grind, though. Korean MMOs are grind.
No, the worst part of E wasn't the grind. The worst part of the E was the learning curve.
You know what, dude? I see, that's where I disagree. Getting components for ship upgrades and shit was a bitch, dude. That shit was a bitch. Especially when you're PvPing to get the components. That's what, like, I don't think a lot of people realize. It's like, oh, I have to go over here and get this. Okay, no problem. And then there's 5 other people in different alliances over there, and you're like, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked.
Nah, just to learn how to play the game is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. The learning curve is definitely, you know.
I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that was probably the worst thing about Eve was the learning curve.
You know,
when you started out in the beginning.
I liked it because it really was, I think, in a genre of fantasy MMOs, it really did pull away from, you know, that traditional, you know, MMO standard we're accustomed to. But like City of Heroes, City of Villains, I love that game though too.
Oh, you know my opinion on that.
Oh, I loved it. I mean, and I think they did such a phenomenal job on the, you know, the player ran one now.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The one that we played earlier last year.
Yeah. Amazing. Simply amazing. Those guys deserve some credit. You know what I'm saying? For pulling that off. And I'm really happy NC Soft went allowed the players to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it up to NC on that one.
Well, at this point, the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they had the source code. Come on.
They never said where they got the source code, though.
From my understanding, dude, they actually got it from a couple of the developers, is what I heard.
Yeah, that's the scuttlebutt.
Yeah. So from what I heard, that's how the source code got dropped. So once you have the source code, all you have to do is put an engine up. And, you know, reconstruct, you can add things and all sorts of stuff then. You know? Shit.
I mean, you still got to learn it. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the simple fact of it is they don't have the tools. They don't have those, you know, tools that, you know, the developers had. So think about that from that perspective. I mean, could you imagine having to, you know, just work with the code itself without the tools? Oh, shit.
Yeah, but now at this point, what are they doing? They're releasing updates for it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm wondering, like, well, how are they implementing the updates? What kind of, you know, what did they import the code to is what I'm wondering. You know?
Hold up, dude. I got to go check on my daughter. I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Yeah, we're coming.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, man.
Welcome back. Dude, who was it, now that I think about it, who was it that challenged me to the DK healer? Because remember, you were there and you're like, you're not actually challenging him to make a DK healer. Remember that?
I don't remember who challenged you, dude.
But you were like, he'll do it. Don't say that. He'll do it. And I did it, remember? You were trying to talk him out of it.
Was it Villain?
I don't know. I think it was one of Villain's friends.
Yeah, it wasn't Casey.
No. But they were like, it's not like you could do it with the DK. And I'm like, is that a challenge? And you're like, dude, don't challenge Mystic. He's already proved like 2 or 3 things that wasn't viable to most people's standards. And because you had no question I was going to do it. You were like, don't challenge him. And I took that bitch in trials, remember?
Yep.
Because back then there was no vet and normal trials, remember? It was just trials. They were all bitch.
Yep.
They were all bitch. And I was like, yeah, no problem, I'll do it. No, you won't. Yes, I will. And before they had healing orbs, I was like, hit my balls. And everybody would laugh. Smack them around. I don't need no orbs.
So, how's the population over there in ESO lately?
I think it's dwindling a little bit from the PvP perspective. I mean, you know, but that's kind of normal, right? In my opinion. I mean, we got some new blood in Battlegrounds with people who have never PvP'd before. Not to say that's a good thing, too. Because, dude, I mean, you can always tell who the good players are and who's not, you know what I'm saying? Some people I just slaughter and I'm like, what? Or I get people on my team and they're not even dealing like 300,000 damage by the end of a battleground. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're dying by 2 hits like paper. And I'm like, what the fuck what are you rolling with? And I try not to be a little dick about it, but let's be honest, I'm a dick.
There's no denying.
No. I'm an asshole. There's no pretending here. I'm a good asshole, though. I'm a friendly asshole. You know? I try to tell people that. I just loved it because the PvE is like, oh, only, this is PvEers talking. Oh, only players who can't kill play objectively. And I'm like, hey, man, I've been a Battleground king since the conception of Battlegrounds. You guys are challenging me like I can't kill because I like to play, you know, think logically and strategically. Because nothing against deathmatch. It's pretty brain dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like I can't do it. That's stupid. That's probably the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Mystic can't kill any. Mystic sucks. And I'm like, you guys are high. All right. Yeah, I think they're on crack. I think a lot of people are on crack right now. So I hope everything's been going good, saying. Yeah, it's on PC. BB, be back later? Okay, sounds good, Harold. Yeah, like, you know, I love Battlegrounds. Death matches, like when WoW got you. How far did you play up into World of Warcraft?
Did you get it? Did your invitation?
I want to say I got Burning Crusade. No,
Why don't you? If you must know, Shadowstooler has rejected me.
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm? Okay, that's when I
I'm
left.
sure it's just a
You know, I came back. I left for a little bit after Wrath of the Lich King drop. Because I was kind of disappointed.
No, I take that back. I came back after Cataclysm, and I did like the first
For Mist?
Mist of Pandaria,
Oh my god.
right up to the Firelands, and then I stopped.
I refuse to play Mist. I absolutely refuse to play Mist. I was like, y'all motherfuckers have done lost your fucking minds. Because remember we used to joke about that. Oh, they're going to bring out the panda. Little did we know they actually was going to bring out the fucking panda. I was like, they did it. They brought the fucking panda out. And it was right around the time of Kung Fu Panda and all that shit. First launch. So
Yeah, that's why.
I was like, oh god.
Capitalize on the popularity.
But it was a meme for years. You know, it was just a meme and sure as shit. So
Organs came out with Cataclysm, didn't they?
Jesus. I forget. Like, Monks came out with Mist. What did fucking Cataclysm bring? It's been so long. Now did you play SWG too?
No, I didn't play Galaxies.
Oh my god, that's where I met Zur, Az, and all those guys. I was like, I literally was in love with that game.
I played the Old Republic. I played that Star Wars game, and it's pretty good.
I actually was a tester for that. So after the whole debacle with me and SOE and Smeedley and those guys, me and Smeedley had a huge argument. It was epic, I tell you. Oh, forget you, Raven. I'm like, yeah, says the fucking spoiled CEO that fucking is running his company into the ground. I'm such a dick, but I was right. Because we had that talk. We said the NGE's busted. I'm like, look, it's not about the class system. You launched this as is, everybody's fucked. What are they going to do? Oh, we're bringing out PvE content. It doesn't matter. If you're bringing it out, what are players going to do because they can't PvP? This game's been out for years. You can't fuck them like that. They're going to get pissed.
Man, the Starfighter battles that they had were pretty intense.
Oh, dude, I loved my fighters. Yeah, I loved them. I actually really did enjoy those very much. Yeah, that was pretty dope, man. No, I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was crazy awesome. Yeah, it was sick. Yeah. But it was hard to PvP because, you know, you get a, you know, a thing on your radar and you try to intercept as fast as possible, but they see you on the radar too, and they see you coming in, and then they can, you know, scan what type of fighter you are, and if they know they're outgunned, guess what they do? Take off. See ya, motherfucker.
Wait, are you talking Galaxies or Old Republic?
Galaxies. Oh, Old Republic.
Oh no, did you ever try the Old Republic Starfighter
I didn't
battles?
get that far. I literally I got through, and you know what? And then I pre-ordered too during the thing. I got to launch, and I think during the testing, I just got so burnt out. I was just like, and I think I was disgruntled too. You know, because I came from SWG, and everything was so confined in comparison. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly. The initial battles that you had, were so on the rails that it was just kind of bleh.
Yeah, right.
But the battlegrounds they made afterwards, where you had other different starfighters, that was cool.
I saw that they did that. It almost had me coming back, because I'm a huge battleground player and I like objective play. I really do. I mean, at the end of the day, you give me objective PvP and shit. Because it's like playing chess, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, you know, deathmatch is like checkers and objective play is like chess. You know, there's a world of a difference. You have to use, you know, strategy. You know, it requires actual thinking. Don't do that. Bad. Terrible. Jeez, Mateezus. These trolls. And it's just the young kids. And so there was this content creator I had in a battleground recently. So I'm practicing on my Stam Sork build, you know, the layout, things that I want to kind of change up just a little bit, you know, with like combos and some stuff, right? So
yep.
I see this content creator in my, and it's not any of the ones that were here when I was already here. It's a newer one. And he's in there, but I already know it's a content creator.
The guild has need of you.
And there he is, not with the group. Cherry over on his own, not even on a blade, cherry picking his kills. I shit you not. He was letting his team go without his assistance as he was singling out and cherry picking kills. Guess who lost? We did.
I don't have to.
Yeah, I was like, and I fucking bitching him out during the I'm like, aren't you a fucking con? Because I'm like, I should expose your fucking cherry picking ass. You are watched by thousands of players, and you're a fucking cherry picker. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I was livid. I was straight up livid. I'm like, these fucking fakes. These fucking fakes, man.
I'm just gonna avoid that. That's a bad one.
Goblins is easier than earning the trust of their Durzogs. But I almost got within shadow.
Sorry, that was. I'm playing New World, so.
Oh, you're good.
The competition is here. You've squandered our head start, Landau.
So one thing, man, there's too many damn corruptions that keep spawning.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think they fixed that hatchet bug.
Yeah, that was part of the update. There's a bunch of things that they were gonna fix.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that happen to me
fake?
since then.
Watch this. I'm sorry, I don't heal fake tanks. They think I'm kidding. I'm not.
Well, let them learn the hard way.
Yep. If they want a real healer, I want a real tank. Sounds fair, right? I'll let myself die when I get pulled into the boss.
Of course they have a troll.
I don't give a fuck. You can pull me in all day. Hope you have a shield, motherfucker. Don't die on a live stream. Heal. As if your life depended on it. I'll die. I don't give a fuck. Aw, the tank died. Aw. Did you die? Once again, I don't heal fake tanks. Die. Toxic scum. They might have it this time. Somebody else pulled aggro. Yep, they got it. I'll take the free ride. Either that or they boot me.
Seem to scare them off for now. Quick, get inside.
Wait, aren't these places usually trapped?
I definitely am not healing fake ass shit.
Give for a nice warm steam trap right about now.
Garbage. Junk. Not helping these fuckers.
That construct likely hasn't moved for thousands of years.
I've seen far worse. We'll need to salvage some parts, though. It'll need a new soul gem for one. But I have something to help sniff that out.
What is that thing? A brass rat?
An acquisition from the Clockwork City. Perfect for finding things in hard-to-reach places. It's on to something. After it.
You can follow it through this door. The lock is broken. Thank the goblins for saving Ranja the trouble.
Okay.
What, they just banned on you or what?
No. Sounds good to
I
me.
just thought you were hungry. You don't want to eat? For the last time, Burr, I'm not trying to fatten you up.
I told him he should have soloed if he was so badass.
Oh.
Why do you need a team if you don't need a tank or a healer? That's my question. Right or wrong?
Show us how it's done.
Show us what you're working with. Got him on one death. I don't heal fake tanks. I think that's more toxic than anything else. You know? Why play a role you're not designed to play?
Because tanking's easy, man.
No, he died once. He's using the ring. It got a slight nerf, but he can't. He was like, "You can't heal me." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
You can't heal him.
Just going to kill everything we come across?
I cannot heal him.
Study goblins, not slaughter
If you
them.
want to run on ahead and make a peace offering,
You guys could keep dying.
Let's just take the soul gem and go.
hold your
The more you
horses.
keep the fake around, the more you
Mariah
die.
also said we need to find an equilibrium
I have no
sphere.
problem with this.
Whatever that is.
I'll collect free loot up until the
That's
last
moving
boss.
then.
Sounds like a plan to
I
me.
guess we keep following. Damn, more goblins. You go ahead. We'll catch up when it's clear.
I get a free ride up to what? Four different bosses? for free loot? And then I can re-queue as soon as they kick me? Psh, man, I'm complaining.
Those selfish bastards.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm not buffing them. I'm not helping them. I'm just here for the ride.
He can do it all. He already said that.
Yeah. Oh, you died. You gets no love. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. I'm going to dance. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Oh, you died again. It's riveting, I'm telling I'm a dick. I don't need a healer. You don't.
Equal whatever sphere
You
has.
got Billy Badass in
Round
here.
enough to- oh, there it goes again. Let's get these parts back
Nobody
to
needs
Pariah.
heals. We don't need a tank. We don't need heals. What's that? What are healers and tanks? I don't know. I do not promote toxic behavior. Don't worry, I'm streaming and you died. You don't need saved. You're Billy Badass. I don't heal fake tanks. No taunt, no heals. And where's your shield or ice staff? What I thought. Helps with block mitigation. You there, Warren?
I'm listening, man.
This dude said a ice staff or a shield doesn't help with block mitigation.
Yeah, he's smoking something. Tell him to send some over.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's definitely smoking something. He's like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help with block mitigation.
There. Let's get these back to the
Yeah, it helps with resistance. What a... I swear I can't make this up. You can't make this up.
It only took murdering every goblin in this place.
Enough, Mondal. You've had
Okay. Okay.
It's working. Everyone away from the door.
The stupid is strong in this one.
The stupidity is definitely strong with this one. It doesn't help with block mitigation. Wow. I swear. I swear. I swear. And what were we just talking about? You know, just people getting dumber by each generation. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Okay, that's just a failure to read, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the description. But it's there. At any tank build you go to, they tell you the block mitigation of the ice staff and the shield. Remember when I used to use shield on a healer? Everybody's like, why? And I'm like, for max magicka. I just used it for scaling purposes. I didn't take the block mitigation, remember?
Yep.
So I used a resto and a shield. Literally, because I was putting class-based abilities on the sword and board side. I only used it for scaling. Wow. Oh. He's like, bet if I haven't cleared all hard modes. I'm like, what an idiot. Like, seriously. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. And I think they're on the Lost Spouse. Wasn't I supposed to kick me? I thought they were supposed to kick me. I'm disappointed. I'm going to get a free transmutation out of this run for doing jack shit. We'll see how he holds up on the last boss. I mean, it's normal, right? I mean, no one should die on the last boss. It's normal. No one should die. I'm not gonna even heal myself. I'll take that fucking croak. If I get pulled in, I ain't doing a fucking thing. I got my principles, damn it. I'll take free rides all day. And I don't care how people play. You know I don't. But it's like, look, even if you wanted to play without a sword and board, because there's a lot of tanks that never used ice staffs. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. It's good resource management. But even, let's say if they even use just an ice staff and no sword and board. Okay, you're still getting mitigating and debuffing effects with the ice staff. Right? You're still getting block mitigation, taunt. You get not just block mitigation, you get a ton of mitigating effects from those abilities on top of the debuff. Oh, I died. I croaked. Don't die. Nobody die. This tank is the shit. He doesn't need heals. You don't need heals. It's normal. He's jumping around.
Stick and move, man.
Stick and move is about right. Stick and move. Stick and move. He's like, I forgot to kick this bastard. Now watch, they'll kick me now. Oh, we couldn't do it because we had this selfish healer. Now it's time to kick him. Why do you think they're going to kick me on the last boss? Because they can't do it without heals. This guy. They kicked me. I knew they would too. Why? Why? Because they need heals. I win.
So sad.
So sad. So sad. So sad. So fucking sad. I'm so butthurt. Oh my god. They couldn't do the last boss without a healer. Oh. The ag, but it's on normal. Oh.
Imagine that.
You're so toxic, Mystic. No. It's called Get a Real Clue. I'm not the toxic one. You fucking fake, and I don't fucking heal your ass. And I play, what? All class healers? So kiss my ass. Jeez, Mateezes, dude. Holy spliff. Holy spliff kebabs. You can't make it up. I wish you could, but you can't. Oh, sweet. Skill point. Yeah, baby, I'm on it. What the fuck? Now look, there's a tank. Imagine a real tank. Now, why would a tank need a shield, Warren? That's ludicrous.
Yeah, that's just crazy talk. Stop doing that.
That's craziness. That is nuts.
I need aid! Torch it! Burn it!
Yes. I am here to help. It's craziness. And like I said, I don't care if they don't have a frost staff. I use a frost staff for resource management. I am not dumb. And debuffing. You ain't got to tell me twice. Oh, but like, you know, I have a healer with the frost staff. The warden works really, not the warden, the necro. The necro work. Oh, you could maybe pull it off in the warden too. But the necro works amazing with the frost staff. You know, on healing. But would I put a frost staff on every one of my healers? Fuck no, because I need the fucking the vulnerability buff, you know, from lightning wall, usually. And but you know, if you know, you have that effect, you can use a frost staff. Now, personally, I still like tanks with it because tanks also apply a way bigger shield with their frost wall. You know what I'm saying? For ranged attacks, a shitload bigger. Well, what would I know? That's ludicrous. Once again, I'm talking shit. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, Warren. You know? I mean, I'm making shit up as I go along.
Awaken Mr. Span.
Why is she stuck?
By the heavenly flame, I will end
Bring her
you.
down. This dude's actually trying to talk to me afterwards. Will you guys please get away from each other?
What, the guy who can tank and do it all himself?
Oh yeah, he just messaged me. Watch this. There's just only block mitigation. It doesn't help with block mitigation. I've heard it all. I mean, I've heard a lot. I mean, I've had to argue with what? The meta since day uno, Warren? Remember? The best in slaughters? Remember when Twiceborn Star was best in slot? You remember that?
Yep.
Like it actually really ever was. Not. Remember when I used to laugh at people when I was in trials? I'm like, what are you wearing? Twiceborn Star. And I'd start laughing. I was a real dick, wasn't I?
Just a little bit.
It's best in slot. I'm like, you can't count. No, no, no. Ah! There's a chest.
A yummy chest. Yum yum.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days. And then they thought Alkosh was actually supposed to be a tank set, though it was medium. This dude's still trying to talk to me.
Way too many sets, dude.
Dude, I still laugh. I was like, what are you guys smoking, man? Are you all on crack? Are you, is everybody just lost? I mean, not to say they couldn't do it the way they did it. I mean, they did, but, you know, it was a medium set. But, you know, you can't blame anybody because the tank sets were really bad. They were meant to do, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that tank in there. I'll go in. I'll be the good Samaritan.
Well, wasn't you got mitigation to a certain point, and then beyond that, it was pointless?
Well, yeah, but then you still got, yeah. Well, the major protection wasn't a form of regular mitigation. So it was a damage.
I'm not talking about the major or minor protection. The defensive stat.
Why
From
is
your armor?
Yeah. Resistance. Yeah, your resistance.
Because if you got it up to like 37,000, anything beyond that was just,
Well,
it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, anything after 32 is kind of almost pointless anyways. The diminishing return's not worth it. Like, well, unless you do PvP. I mean, I got up past 50 on my Templar tank. You remember my Templar tank? You know, the one that didn't die?
Oh, yeah.
That fucker would never die. And then Sauce nerfed it, the fucking bastards. They nerfed my build. Fucking Fuck Cow is back. You remember Fuck Cow, right? You know, that DC tank that everybody could beat on and he never died.
Oh, that damn thing?
Yeah, so he's been playing on PC and stuff, and he's got a couple new vids up, man. Dude, they look so dumb trying to fuck with him. Because he's got like probably like 40 or 50 people firing like ballistas on him and shit and everything. I was like, he just doesn't die. And I PvP'd against him and with him, so I know. I'm like, he's just
yeah, some of that was retarded.
He's just gonna be, nobody's gonna kill him. Well, you know, and that's the thing, you know, I'm not as good as him, but you know, I try. Well, like I said, my Hobgoblin build was fucking God mode. And then Zasa nerfed it and it went to hell and all sorts of stuff.
You don't belong here, either. Give Tusk is a holy stone, not fit for your filthy hands.
Run! Run! Don't fight! Run! No! No! Stop it, you fuckers! Stop! Run! Stop! Run! You bunch of noobs, get over here! Fucking noobs, get your asses moving. Fucking noobs. Don't fight. No. You fucking noobs.
Circle around.
Go around.
All right.
Such corruption. Let's end this now.
Finally.
By the eight, what's happening? I can't see.
I can't
You're the
see.
ones killing my precious flock. The stone belongs to my mistress Mavala. Return it, and your death will be swift.
I'm manipulating the husk powers. Quick, use it to protect you.
I can't make it upward anymore.
Dude, I know who that.
Yay! Yay! No, I'm stuck.
You're
Get off
alive.
me, you
We arrived
bastards.
as soon as we could.
Thanks to our friends. Not all.
And I get a
was
skill
lost.
point.
I
Yeah,
disenchanted.
baby. This dude, I think he's still trying to talk to me. Oh, Jesus. I don't think... You know what I think the problem was? Did you play Dungeons and Dragons, Orin?
Oh, of course.
See? Okay.
I'm a big ass nerd. You know that.
Right. So I'm starting to think that's where it all went wrong.
What could go wrong on Dungeons and Dragons?
No, we replaced actual, because back in Dungeons and Dragons you actually had to count and use multipliers. You know what I'm saying? You had to actually do math to play, right? It wasn't just rolling a dice. You had to, it's a number and a percentage, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then your 2-hit, and then that modifier gets added or subtracted. You know what I'm saying? And I think...
Dude, I'm so old with Dungeons and Dragons, I still remember Thaco.
That's how I got my name. Did I ever tell you that?
What?
Like, I played... My favorite campaign was Ravenloft. And I chose a Mystic as my class.
Yes, I think you did tell me that after all.
Mystic Raven. That's how I got... Because I was like... Maybe a little under the influence when I created the character. And don't do anything, boys and girls. Bad. Very bad. But, so I was kind of like, I had a brain fart. And I was like, they're like, you gotta pick a name. I'm like, oh, fuck. And they're like, what do you mean, oh, fuck? Like, you usually are really good about this. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, wait a minute. We're playing Ravenloft, right? They're like, you know what we're playing. I'm like, okay, give me a minute. And I'm a Mystic, so we're going to go with Mystic Raven. They're like, that is the most dumbest thing, but yet it's catchy. I was like, yeah, we're rolling with it. See? I'm good. I'm good.
Fucking Ravenloft.
That was an awesome campaign. That campaign was my favorite. Hands down. Hands down.
Mithranor was better.
Yeah,
But different genres.
my one friend liked, what was it? Oh, it was that one crazy realm. Oh, shit. I like...
Eberron or Dark Sun?
Well, Dark Sun's older. No, it was right after Ravenloft and stuff. It's off the top of my head. The D&D game was in there. They used that realm for the Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Oh, Greyhawk. No, the one online was Eberron.
Was it Emerron? You sure?
It was Eberron. It was Eberron.
Eberron. Okay. Yeah, it was crazy. So they liked that campaign. I was like, eh. I Forgotten Realms is classic to me. So, I thought that one was good. I play Hollow World, one campaign. That was a little weird.
And of course, Spelljammer can't.
Spelljammer, yeah, but they didn't have a lot of campaign settings for that. It was very short lived.
They have a few.
Yeah, not very intense lore. I think
isn't that where? What is the name of that city? God, now it escapes me.
It's been a while. I still have a few. I've got quite a bit of campaign stuff material still left. So yeah, been crazy, man. Crazy stuff. I know, of course, I played the original, and second edition was my favorite. Then I tried the revised, and I wasn't a big fan. So, but I remember, back in the day as kids, that's we would all play on that shit, and you would have to think, I was an alpha tester for D&D, so when Turbine was making that, I was impressed with the dungeon crawl in the game, hands down.
The initial ones were very intense.
Yeah. I mean, the way they set up the dungeon crawl, it almost felt like Dungeons and Dragons, for real. They did a phenomenal job. They really did. I tip my hat off to them. But I didn't like the hub system. That was the problem. I'm like, if you're going to bring out an MMO, the hub system isn't going to compete against Guild Wars. Guild Wars already has this type of shit without a monthly service charge. Players want to explore the world. You know what I'm saying? The classes were done good. The PvE was amazing. The environments were phenomenal for the time. And then they came out with Neverwinter. And I felt Neverwinter was good. But once again, not my cup of tea. Didn't live up to my standards of Dungeons and Dragons.
Because you didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, right. That's my point. That's exactly my point. It's like
there was no overworld. It was just you're stuck in Neverwinter.
Yeah. Well, they came out with a little thing for Ravenloft or something, some whatever, but it still didn't have the feeling, of Forgotten Realms. I mean, could you imagine somebody doing a Forgotten Realms MMO? Could you imagine? That would be huge. Doing it
would be impossible. It would be literally impossible.
It probably about the size of Tamriel right here, and Zoss is doing it. You could come out with
not even close.
Well, I mean, you could scale it down a little. But my point of it is, could you imagine having an MMO with the capability of that? Holy fuck!
If they did it right, it would be probably something that would be fucking amazing.
I know. I'm just dying thinking about it. You know what I want to see? I want to see the Dark Elf trilogy in a movie. It has to happen.
I think he's a little. I think he's more than a little overrated.
The books were amazing, though.
That's why I said I think he's a little more than overrated.
Okay, really, Lord of the Rings and Dark Elf trilogy. You're gonna tell me there's no
Dude,
way
you cannot compare.
Yes,
that,
I can.
You're talking about the original. You're talking about the original fantasy that started it all, as compared to what they did.
Salvatore,
no, that's not a comparison.
Salvatore was fucking amazing. I'm just saying, for real. That shit was amazing. I'm just like, whoa. I'm telling you.
You're not going to get me to agree with you because I am a Lord of the Rings fan.
I am too. But my point of it is, I think Salvatore's up there. I'm just saying,
I guess that's your opinion, and if you want to think that, you're free to think that.
I think the movie would do well if you had the right actors. Is my point. I think it would be amazing. I think an Elder Scrolls movie on the lore would be amazing. Because that's one thing I kind of felt like ESO could have touched up more was the lore. Because there's like so much lore, in between the games. And there's like, there's been a couple people who's read a couple, books and some things. There's so much lore there. Like, you could literally do something on a scale. Like, a good movie would be based on the friggin' the living gods, the Dwemer god, the Chimera gods.
The Daedra?
No, not the Daedra. How Amalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek became living gods and all that, because that's a hell of a good story. That story would just be phenomenal in a movie setting. Because there's a little bit of treachery involved in there. You'd have to have a narrating explaining, how the Daedras are worshipped, and, like an opening, kind of like, and then all of a sudden just go like, right from like the war and how the Dwemer were there, all that shit. It would be so fucking cool. Because that's when the Dwemer disappeared during that time. And I'm like, holy fuck, man. Holy shit kebabs. It would be phenomenal. I'm telling you, man. Well, I'm telling you. I mean, because Final Fantasy did a fucking movie and it did phenomenal.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It actually...
No, it didn't. It bombed hard.
The second one did. The first one was actually good as fuck. I went and saw that bitch. There were two.
None of the Final Fantasy movie bombed like badly.
I'm gonna have to look that up
Yes.
after this run. You got me questioning. I'll see what their budget was and how much their gross sales was. But honestly, I thought it was good, and it was all CGI. And now I don't think you should run CGI on a lot of stuff. I like.
Yeah, because it was one of the first movies to do CGI, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, but they kept true to the Final Fantasy look of it. So it really, in my opinion, for a CGI movie, they did well. But, most Final Fantasy games have great animation. Most of them. I can't think of, only maybe Final Fantasy, like some of the beginning ones were, not up to that par. But they always do amazing. Simply flipping amazing. And then what was it? Then I watched World of Warcraft and movie, and I wasn't impressed. I thought it was good, but I wasn't like.
Yeah, I did not watch it, honestly.
Yeah, I've seen it. Whatever. So I'm just saying, there's movies out there that's, but there's a lot of games games that they try to do movie rendition. I mean, the hell, dude, they try to do Mario Brothers movie. Remember?
They're doing another Mario Brothers movie. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. And then they also did, what the hell, Doom. Doom was an epic failure. I was like, oh god. Now Resident Evil kicked ass.
Yeah, I think there's another one coming out too.
They did amazing with Rez. So there's certain games. I think it's all about the director and the adaptation of the the content. But Elder Scrolls has a lot of lore in there and a lot of really good stories. That I could see on the big screen. I really could. And I think that the Dark Elf trilogy is up there with Lord of the Rings. No comment?
I'll give it that. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Oh God. Oh God. Oh man, it's just, you know. And you know, that's the one thing I think I'm always going to enjoy about MMOs and fantasy and whatever. It calls a certain type of people to it. You know what I'm saying? There's a camaraderie,
It does.
you know, to the genre. So, because everybody always says, why don't you just play any game? There's a lot of online games that are competitive. And I'm like, but it's not an MMO. You don't have to understand. You have to understand MMOs like really open like a whole other world, you know, of nerds. You know, it's a nerd gathering. You know, it releases the inner nerd in everybody. It's beautiful.
Yes, it does.
Yes. Embrace your inner nerd and play an MMO today. Support the cause. Another real tank. Go figure. Yay. We're 2 for 2, Oren.
Another one?
Yeah. Holy fuck. They do exist. They're not a myth. They are real. They're real. Tanks are real. I knew it. And everybody says I was crazy. They're starting to give these fucking little NPC ulties, man. Before too long, you'll be flopping through a dungeon, and a random NPC is going to drop fucking, like, all sorts of ulties on your asses. Like, where the fuck did that come from? That ain't a boss. No, it was the mob.
Yeah, don't toy with the trash.
Yeah. That's one thing I felt like this game could have done better. Is actually made trash harder. Fucking in World of Warcraft, fucking I would spend, holy fuck. MC would take like 8 to 10 hours to do an MC run. Nyx wasn't that bad. Nyxia's lair was pretty cake, but you know, and then Karazhan or fucking Nax. You know, you have to, but you're like 2/3 of your time was trash fighting.
That was Karazhan, man.
Yeah, Karazhan was crazy.
It's like, okay, guys, we got to plan out for the next 3 hours.
And then the chessboard. Hey, man, don't fuck this up. I'm working the pieces. What?
Dude, when Wrath of the Lich King hit and we were doing the Eye of Eternity, I could never do the dragon fight where you drop on the dragons.
Yeah. Dude, you should have got
always
in.
threw me.
You should have got into Rift. Rift was amazing. And like, it was the raids were probably like 2 hours at the most. It was like cut the time down. Even HK Hammernail wasn't even that long, and that was like one of the largest ones. I mean, River Souls and Greenscale and all them, they were pretty. You know, you could probably get done and whatever. Then what the hell's came out? Storm Legion came out. Those raids were, you know, pretty decent, you know. They always stepped up the game. I will say that.
Well, you wouldn't be the only person who said it was good.
Oh, I mean, I loved Rift. I loved it. I loved the battleground. I loved the PvP, the PvE. I loved the soul system. I honestly, I really loved the game. I mean, honestly.
and I'm gonna drop off for a while. I gotta go pick up my son from the high school.
Well, thank you for stopping in, Orin. I appreciate it, brother.
Dude, we need to talk more often. Period, man.
Oh, for sure, man. You know, I love everybody. That's the thing. Now I'm getting a weird call. Check that out. Anyways, all right, Orin. Well, get a hold of me sometime.
Take it easy, dude.
Yep. Somebody tried to call me. I don't know who it was. Oh, it didn't even register. What the fuck?
Should hurry. You've escaped.
Yes,
Yes, Braxton.
the Whisperer is gone.
No,
You can't be real.
can't be real. I was going to rescue you. And then I heard her voice.
It's over, Braxton.
It's over.
You can rest now.
Boss.
One of her illusions. I won't let you stop us.
Why is nothing ever easy?
Join my nightmare.
Join my nightmare. No, I can't.
Do you see?
No. The spider's behind you guys.
No, this is all wrong. I don't want you to see it. Get out of here. I won't be alone. I can't.
Well, Braxton. You cheated at cards, but you didn't deserve this. Did you hear that? There's someone alive over here.
There's someone
Help
alive.
me get this cocoon open.
Thank ya.
Atavar, where are you?
I don't.
Where
like
are
this.
you? Atavar?
Wake up,
Wake up!
wake up.
Have to agree with the elf boss. There's some serious magic here. This place screams ambush.
Ambush.
Come. Sticks in your throats.
Dude, what the? Dum, 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 dum. And there we go. All said and done. And I want to thank everybody for stopping out, especially our special guest, Orid. Thank you, Saiyan. You guys better go check out Saiyan Gaming. And Harold, as always, thank you. Thank you to all my supporters. Once again, I have to keep saying it. Thank you, trolls. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are helping the cause. Death to the meta. Always. It's Mystic Raven. I'm insane. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.